Where does the Bible say that God causes animals to have their babies?
The Bible doesn't explicitly state that God directly causes every single animal to conceive and have their young. However, there are several biblical passages that touch on the topic of God's involvement in creation, animal life, and their well-being, which may lend themselves to different interpretations. Here are some examples. God's creative power. Genesis chapter 1. This chapter famously describes God's creation of the world, including separating land from sea and creating various kinds of animals, according to their kinds. This establishes God's role as the ultimate creator and designer of life, although it doesn't specify individual instances of conception. Psalm chapter 104. This psalm praises God's creation, mentioning specifically God causing the grass to grow for the cattle and young lions, seeking their food from God. This verse emphasizes God's ongoing involvement in providing for and sustaining all living creatures, including their ability to reproduce. God's care for animals. Psalm chapter 145 verse 16. This verse states, "You open your hand and satisfy the desire of every living thing." This emphasizes God's role in providing for the needs of all creatures, which would arguably include their ability to reproduce and continue their species. Matthew chapter 10 verse 29, Jesus says, "Are not 2 sparrows sold for a copper coin? And not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father's will." This highlights God's detailed knowledge and care for even seemingly insignificant creatures, leading some to believe it extends to their reproductive processes. Interpretation and different viewpoints. The specific verse you're looking for is Psalm chapter 29 verse 9, which reads, "The voice of the Lord maketh the hinds to calve, and discovereth the forests, and in his temple doth everyone speak of his glory." King James Version. However, interpretations of this verse vary considerably across different...
Oh my God. AI is interpreting scriptures by Wikipedia. Wow, multiple layers of credibility.